Hi, it's a real joy to share with you an update on what's been happening with the turning. With this year, we've had to, in England, postpone our mission to England because of the pandemic. What happened, the timing it hit, meant we couldn't actually equip and prepare new hubs across the country as we'd been hoping. So we've pushed our mission to England to next year. But the upside is it's given us much more opportunity to prepare our missions to Spain and to France. In France, at the moment, we have 17 cities that will be running the mission to France that we're preparing with and for. We've also got half of the evangelical churches in Spain engaged with us and planning with us for our mission to Spain. That is promising to be extremely exciting. So 2021, we're hopeful yet that we will see some extraordinary shifts and changes. Of course, sadly, our mission to Scotland, we've had to postpone the final push, which was supposed to be taking place in August. But we've certainly enjoyed some extraordinary times in Scotland. We've seen a real desire and hunger in London by the churches in London for the mission to go ahead this year. They were really hopeful that we could have gone ahead. We're meeting regularly with hub leaders across London. We're having Zoom. Obviously, the meetings are all on Zoom. I'm sure you love Zoom. But the meetings are all on Zoom, and those are taking place regularly. We have update meetings on a regular basis with teams, groups that meet across the country with respect to England, and that's also exciting. I suppose coming out of my recollections of Switzerland, I think Switzerland taught us a lot of things. One of the real take-homes from Switzerland for us with the turning was that Switzerland was the first place that the turning was described as a DMM, discipleship making movement. And of course, it really helped us to crystallize our own thinking. We'd started in the January before we had the mission with Switzerland. We started to do pilots of how the turning and discipleship could work hand in hand. And by the time lockdown happened, we'd seen something like about 40 people or so that had gone through the training. I mean, the last gathering of people that we trained up, there were 22 individuals who were discipling 29 individuals one-on-one between the mission in Switzerland and February when lockdown happened. So we were really amazed as to how well it was doing. And so later on this year, we're having a gathering of a number of churches, just a small group, to see whether they can replicate what we learned and what we discovered, which was that the turning was able to become a DMM, discipleship making movement, if people pay due attention to what follow-up should really look like. And so we're excited about that. I was also really blessed in Switzerland at the way the leaders all work together. The leaders work together as one team. It was just a beautiful thing to see how honor was given across the denominations to each other in the progress of evangelism and the desire to make Christ known. I found that to be really beautiful. And everywhere we go with the turning, we see this kind of heart where people want to work together. Of course, some people see the turning as some kind of panacea, a way of avoiding the hard work of proclaiming the gospel, but it's not. The turning is a grace from heaven. It is a gift from God, but we still have to work hard. We still have to do our best to train and equip people and to follow up those that respond. I'm looking forward to the mission in Switzerland. I'm looking forward to meeting up again with my Swiss family. We're truly blessed and privileged to be able to share the gospel. I'm also encouraged by the fact that folk have been going out with face masks on in Switzerland, and I've still seen people respond to the gospel. So at least that's one thing we don't have to worry about. The Lord bless you. I look forward to seeing you and being with you in our next push in Switzerland.